don't know if I can... Oh. Before we'll get timed out. Ah. I saw you speaking to my father. What's this about? He asked you to sacrifice Vela, hasn't he? Maybe he's right about the 3 Tuskar growing weak, but if this is the price of strength, it isn't worth it. The tribes have survived this long because we've stuck together. Did he just... Did 3 Tuskar say something wise? I do indeed live in strange times. I would never actually hurt the child. You do not seem like the one who would, but my father will find someone who will and doesn't give up as easily. There's a way to stop him. There's an herbalist among the Ovids in the Golden Grove. Bleda, that's her name. They all gather south of here by the river. She could brew potions. Simak wouldn't know the difference until it's too late. You want me to murder your father? This is why you need mods. No, but it's better than following him murdering the child. Let me guess, you're next in line? It's not like that. I have already determined that my soul isn't strong enough. Whoever follows my father won't be me. Alright, I'll help him. Like I said, you need to find Bleda in the Golden Grove. Yeah, unfortunately I only got about 2-3 people that watch on Twitch, so I don't usually have anybody to watch. Oh, here's the Golden Grove. So we get our potion here right away. There's Bleda.
Estremor.
I got the herbs and potion for sale, looking for something to ease your travels or something to make it more interesting. Whiteleaf, nice way to spend the afternoon. And the following night, the next day. I hear you make certain poisons. But Twitch didn't hiccup. Yeah, I don't know if YouTube is finally working too. I think what it was is my Windows update, because I had a Windows update and then shortly after I had another one, and I haven't had an issue since because I never made any changes. Only deal with tonics, heals, and enlighten. Of course, beneficial substance can harmful when taken in great quantities, but just Wraith's way of keeping all things in balance. What kind of substance? Oh, there's plenty. Concentrated Carogolan, undistilled spider venom, rotten blood moss extract, cave coral mixed with skein bone. Cave coral. What would you want something like that? My friend Stilgar is dying and he wants to ease the creature's passing. Poor thing. Here, take this. Work slowly, but end him back in the cycle kindly enough. Just see that it doesn't get misplaced. Half a dose would kill an Amoa. Anything else? Let me see your stocks. I may have to look and see what I need to upgrade here. Can I upgrade anything with that? For enchanting? I don't think I can get any more out of you. You're exceptional, so yeah. Maybe get it to superb. I need a sky dragon eye. Let's see, how about you? Oh, you can't upgrade. So I need some sky dragon eyes. Does she have sky dragon eyes? Twice the first warning message deleted, 2 timed out with.
Many blessings, traveler.
Okay, do you have that eye? Do not. Well, you're worthless, lady. Okay, let's go kill a man. Can't imagine just handing it to him. Where's this kid? Let's take a look. What am I supposed to do with this? The poison, potent poison. Simex are already expecting a potion. She able to dupe him. Okay. Here's the potion he asked for. What are you trying to give me? You're being paranoid because you're nervous about the deed. It's natural. My tribe's salvation. Drank that too quickly. Suppose you're right. Suppose I should thank you for your service. Safe travels. Okay. That's done. Give it a slow nod. So that quest is done? Yep. Okay, so I believe this is where I need to go for the main quest.
You have stayed true to our cause, Inquisitor, when so many others have not. For every heretic we confess, for every betrayer that burns on our pyres, new sheep continue to flock to Iavara ex Incios. But not you. I underestimated you in the beginning, but no longer.
Honor me, Grand Inquisitor.
It is not for honor that I summoned you today, but for duty. Too many of our own have confessed upon the wheel and the rack and the flame. Too many of our faithful have had their minds poisoned by the Kratom witch. The tide is against us now. We have but one option. Iavara's following must see her exposed for what she is. She must confess her heresy before my court.
Oh, that reacher.
Not in Kratom, surely. Their lord has embraced her heathen faith and protects her with his army. But in Oceanus, things would be different. The king of Oceanus is a sinful man. We have helped him to see the error of his ways, and now he fears for his soul. He would pay any price for absolution.
But how would we get to Iavara to move to Oceanus?
You have already done much for the Inquisition. I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
Two identical women seem to fade into view as they move away from the great tree.
Turn around, flesh creature. Outsiders are not permitted to approach the elms.
Do you not feel it, sister? Something familiar. An ancient soul, like the other one. Another defiler, no doubt. Let us fell him and be troubled no more. it would pay the debt of his predecessor.
So it would seem, Rhiannon. But we must not hasten to judgment. I see a different motive here. Different questions in these eyes.
What of it, young trespasser? Is it as my sister says? Or are you here to stain this place with foul deeds?
I seek a man who came through here. Sounds as though you already met him.
There! By his own admission, Sheetha.
Really, sister? And you wonder why your leaves begin to fall out before midsummer. Clearly that man did not want to be followed. Whatever the relationship here, I suspect it is anything but cordial. The answer is yes, old one. We crossed paths with Theos not long ago, and we can tell you where he went. But I find it curious that anyone would seek him out. Suspicious, even. If we are to help you find him, we would know why.
Stopping him might end Wadelin's legacy.
So that is the reason he passed this way. This is low, even for the leaden key.
I told you we should have confronted him, Sheetha. He has always been a poison.
It would have been the last thing we ever did, sister. Who can be said to have ever gotten the better of Theos?
Yes, but imagine how much fun it would have been. Can't you just picture him all strung up in vines like an angry little puppet?
But that's not what this is really about, is it? You are bound to that man. I see it now. You are awakened. Your soul is awake, and something once buried deep now wells to the surface. Past overwhelms present, closes in around you. Your time has nearly reached its end.
Just need to get to Theos.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but Theos cannot give you what you seek. Nor can any man. An awakening cannot be undone, any more than your past can be undone.
What you mean? I thought Merwald said this is permanent? What? But that can't be right. Not after everything. There must be someone that we can ask. We did not come down this road together to be refused passage by a pair of talking saplings. So this is all for nothing? I'm gonna lose my mind?
The soul is formless without a past to shape it. Did you truly expect to be able to wipe it away?
Rather try to put things right. Noble thought, for some lifetimes, separate you from your problems.
However, as much as my sister speaks truly that there is no way back from an awakening, there may yet be a way forward. Would you agree, Sheetha?
So Nightbot timed you out for 10 minutes? Okay, I need to fix that.
I would. Were the way not so likely to end in death.
What is it?
The man Theos you must already know by now. You are linked by a common past. Something about it lingers within you, festering, unresolved. What it is I cannot see any more than you. And without that knowledge, your doom is certain. But were you to learn the source of this discord, perhaps it could be put to rest. Though it is equally possible it will trouble you as much now as it did then, and merely speed your condition to its end.
Past comes to me in pieces. How to unlock the rest?
You might wait for it to come on its own, of course. But when it comes, it will replace your sanity's last breath. Such is the nature of your condition.
Or you could learn it from someone who already knows.
Theos would remember.
It is said the gods made his memory perfect, that he may never forget his charge. If he ever knew, he still does.
Not that he would tell you, of course.
You have followed the right person for the wrong reason, it seems. We see it often beneath the elms. The soul dragging mind and body to unknown places for unfathomable reasons. You may have wandered into Theos's path many times, in many lifetimes, without an awakening to show you why.
The only thing that's certain is you did not find what you sought.
He said he knew where he went.
He has gone down beneath the tower to a place older than we, where the people of Engwith once walked. He makes his way to the buried city, Sun and Shadow.
May he stay down there and rot with the remains of his people.
He may yet. He won't be returning the way he came, that much is certain. He opened a secret path in the tower's base, and saw it destroyed behind him through some vile means.
Is there another way to get to him?
We know of one. On the burial isle, through the court of the penitents, Braeth Yaman. A shortcut, in fact.
Don't be cruel, sister. The way my sister speaks of is not for the faint of heart. A great pit at the center of a forgotten court, where faiths were judged in place of crimes. To most, it is simply a gateway to death. With the help of the gods, it can take you where you want to go.
Help of the gods.
The pit is said to have been a means of judgment by the gods. Those cast into it are meant to die. It is that way you must pass to reach Sun and Shadow. The court is old. We do not know much for certain, but it would seem only the gods themselves can grant passage.
What is this court?
No more than a ruin now. It is older than we, a place for the trial of heretics. We were not here to witness it, but at one time there was a group that refused to acknowledge the gods. Neither the first nor the last, of course, but these were numerous and all put on trial for it. Those who did not repent were cast into the pit and imprisoned below. The fall killed them, of course. The prison was not for people, but for their souls, and their sentences were eternal. It is said that many of the condemned repented and were permitted by the gods to ascend from the pit, so long as they pledged their service to one of them. But these are old legends.
I would ever get a god to help me.
Behind us is Ter Evron, said to pierce the shroud itself and a place of communion with all gods. If ever there was a time for prayer, you have found it.
So the only way I can get through is the pit is to pray for help.
Not the only way. Just the only one that doesn't end with your body impaled on jagged rocks.
There's no other way.
None.
How do I pray?
Ter Evron is also called the Hall of Stars, and the stars show us the allegiances of the gods. When stars are in conjunction, we know the gods they represent are aligned as well. You should choose a place to pray where you'll be closest to those you want to hear you. If a god stands alone, you should pray to that god. If they band together, you should address them all. Choose your words wisely, for all gods expect proper homage, and none has patience for fools.
What would I pray to? Any god you can, I think.
I would pray first to those gods you like best. I hope for your sake, the feeling is shared.
Oh.
Before you go, tell me this, old one. I'm curious. If you were to subdue your enemy, what would you do with him? What would give you peace?
I need to understand our history so we could put to rest. Set him on a better path.
The best path for him is the one that leads to a hungry dragon.
He has had thousands of years to set his mind. I would not be so sure I could change it. All the same, think on this matter. Be assured in your course. In the end, it may mean all the difference, not just to his soul, but to yours. And be warned. Some questions have answers that can never be learned, and it is those that trouble the soul above all others. May you find an answer to yours.
So this is one that he blocked. It's Blood Sands. Gotta pray for them and Tyr Everon. Okay, so in here. Wait, Morning Circle quest. What? Oh. Let's sign the monk. I don't know if it really matters who I sign. Nothing's failed yet. Okay, so we got the main quest to do. We got Redrick's Hold I can go back to. I don't know where these ruins are. Ilaremin. Oh, it's Stormwall. Okay, we can go do that one. I still can't do this guy, though. I don't know how I'm supposed to get into Defiance. We'll take a look at this. Can I get over there? Sacrifice feeds the land, supplicants come forth. Kin doesn't come here to share with the tribe. What do you want? Tell me about Ethnic Null. That's who we are. As I said, rarely visit our halls. Our order has thrived generations before we came to Twin Elms of rights, fed the lands in the eastern mountains. Now we share the blood for Glenfeth. Do everything we must end our sacrifices, bring in anew. Sustain what's to come. What is this place? Glenfathens call it the Blood Sands. Call it home. Ethnic Null have tended to the lands from within this cave since before the arrival of the tribes of Twin Elms. Be warned, Estremor. We bleed life to nurture it. Our sacrifices may strike you as savage, but the health of these lands depends on them, and it seems unnecessary for insults. Everything must die to return anew, Estremor. So the sacrifice rites, we offer supplicants the honor of giving their most precious gift back to their brethren back in the land. Blood gives us strength. Even Glenfathens have come to depend on the blood paint, brim with power before battle, all thanks to the sacrifices of their kin. Remember, Estremor, you're a guest of these halls. Respect our ways and tolerate your presence among us. Her.
Estremor.
Oh, this is a lady for the kid. Since I don't have the kid, that's not going to work. I just killed the man instead.
Something over there.
Save it. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Don't look at me.
That's settled. Something over there.
Away from the pass. I want to get detected. Blood Testament. Bonus melee damage. Plus 2% raw damage per wound.
All right, then.
A lot of blood. Heat emitted from this pool threatens to singe the flesh of your face. So let's stay away from it. Okay, so we still got the top to look at.
A simple test.
You have no need for money.
Laying low.
Now this I haven't seen before.
I think you've seen lockpicks since you're my guy that picks locks. You have a name. Joyous day to you. I'm Naka, midwife of Lorekeeper. Are you feeling well? Flawless. Apologies. Shouldn't be left in to my meditation. The rite of strength is invigorating, most overwhelming in senses. Great. Let's go back over this way. Not sure what we're gonna see. There's a lot of blood here.
As your blood flows, so shall your essence. Your life's energy shall feed the soil, and your soul's energy shall enrich the community. This is by your own choosing, supplicant?
I guess I gotta speak for him. He says yes. Kill him. This is why I prefer the wand to the blade.